Welcome to game number 2 in our triple header from Sapulpa, the Indian Nations Football Conference Youth Championships on this Indian Nations Football Conference YouTube. And we're glad you're with us here from Sapulpa alongside Dylan Hibbert. I'm Grayson Singleton. Owasso and Sand Springs Black about to take the field now. And before they do, let's tell you who we're going to see here tonight. For Owasso, their head coach is Ron Kashevsky. Dawson Stiles, Wyatt Tier, Nathan Koshevsky, Jansen Morgan, Luke Bumbolsky, Carter McDowell, Graham Davis, Reed Calloway, Barrett Cobbs, Nolan Baker, Bennett Wright, Case Hammond, and Wyatt Adams are the players. For Sand Springs Black, the head coach is Mark Elliott, and the players that he will field, Kason Pearson, Brody Rimmert, Ryan Hale, Colton Pfeiffer, Gage Horton, Ryan Giddens, Dason Flores, Ethan Elliott, Maverick Spencer, Kaiser Dentis, and Dalton Del Cerda. So the first game went Coweta's way that we had on the network. Coweta won 31-13 over Sand Springs Gold. And now we've got Owasso and Sand Springs Black set to commence as you see the three captains and the coaches out there in midfield for the coin toss. And you can take a peek to see who's going to get the ball going which direction to start us out.
Also will receive, it looks like.
Yeah, it will be. You know what's cool about these is that both teams have their future high school uniforms on. So you get the helmets that you'll hopefully be able to wear, and I guess, what would that make it? 8 years from now, give or take?
Yeah, you're around 7 years old right now, so 15. Yeah, you'd be about 7, 8 years away. But getting to be able to wear those high school uniforms early on is just a big thing for these kids, being able to put their school and towns on and represent them out here in Sapulpa.
Yeah, you love to see it as Owasso begins from its own 40-yard line to get us started in game number 2. So the first game that you saw was the 5th and 6th grade game. This is the 3rd and 4th place game, and then we'll have the 1st and 2nd place game beginning at 1 o'clock. So 3 games here from Sapulpa High School this morning. And first play is going to be a handoff and no gain. Instead, actually going backwards is Luke Bumbolski. On the first carry from scrimmage, he lost a yard. 2nd and 11 upcoming. Colton Pfeiffer made the tackle. And now here's a fumble as the runner is whistled down after a gain of about 2. Handoff went that time to Jansen Morgan. And quickly back to the line comes Owasso on 3rd and 10. And it's a keeper. It's Nathan Koshetsky, and he is belted down as he crossed the 40 to the 43. So now 4th down and 7 upcoming as Owasso needs to get to midfield to keep the drive alive.
Already looking a lot different. In the last game, it was more slow. The coaches got into huddles. Right there, we saw 2 back-to-back plays where they were right at the line and they were wanting to go. But now they'll slow it down. They're going to draw something up here on a 4th down and 7.
So first big play of the game today in this 3rd, 4th place finish. So how these worked is that that's the finishes in the regular season. So those are the teams that are playing. As Koshetsky is under center, and somebody from Owasso moved early, so 4th down and 7, about to become 4th down and 12 for the Rams. So here we go. Shotgun snap. Oh, look at this. Our first throw of the game, and we got a man open. And the pass is caught, and taking it inside Sand Springs territory is Jansen Morgan, but a perfect throw from Nathan Koshetsky to keep the drive alive as Owasso converts.
That's a really good play action at this age. Everybody thought they were going to the run, and they had a man down deep field. He hits him right in the chest. That's a big play by the Rams.
So a little play action and a first down pass. We didn't see a throw in the first game as this is a handoff to Luke Bumbolski trying the left side, and he gets about 4 down to the 36. Maverick Spencer makes the tackle for Sand Springs. His quarterback sneak on 2nd down as Koshetsky meanders near the line to gain, a yard shy of it. He needed the 30, got to the 31. So 3rd down and a yard upcoming as Owasso moving quickly.
Yeah, Owasso continuing to have those quick pressures. It looks like they're going to try to go for another quarterback sneak.
Pitch out to the far right side. This is Morgan turning the corner. He's got a first down and pushed out of bounds after a gain of about 10. As Owasso keeps the drive moving, they've converted a 4th and long, and now they have converted a 3rd down and 1. Another quarterback sneak. And a good gain on first down from Koshetsky. Down to the 16-yard line. Gain 6 to make it 2nd and 4. Owasso moving at hyper speed on this first drive of the game. Handoff and contact in the backfield, but staying upright is Bumbolski before the play is strung out. and he's brought down at the 18 by a combination of Maverick Spencer and Colton Pfeiffer. So third down and about 5 now for Owasso as Koshesky keeps it, breaks out of one tackle, and is down near the 10-yard line with a first down.
Owasso really moving the ball really well. They've shown a lot of play action. They've shown also that they can go each way. They can go left, they can go right, and they're looking really good on this first drive.
Koshesky under center. Gives it, and it's going to be a loss. Bobolski on the carry, and he was met almost immediately by Pfeiffer, who makes another tackle on this drive, his third. Second down coming up. And now a flag is down, and it's going to be a false start against Owasso. So back the Rams up 5.
Owasso's also in a tough spot. The first down marker is at the 1, so you're pretty much having to get a score if you want to get this drive continued and put points up on the board.
Running around the right side is Jansen Morgan as he turns the corner, gets to the 10 before he's knocked out of bounds. Third down and about 9 now upcoming. Clock moving, under 4 to go as the snap is fumbled and Koshesky has to fall on it back at the 11. So 4th down and 10 as Owasso saves the possession but now faces another 4th and long. Do they go back to the air again?
I mean, it doesn't. Oh, they are going
They
to.
certainly do, and they do for a touchdown. Koshesky with an arm as he finds Jansen Morgan for the score. And Owasso takes it right down the field and scores on its opening drive, converting a 4th down to make it 6-0.
Yeah, they converted 2 4th downs, and both 4th downs, they use that play action, and they have their quarterback go out there and throw the ball down deep. That's something we didn't see in the first game, but Owasso using it early on in this one.
So now here's the point after try from the 3. Pitch to Morgan, who just caught the touchdown, slithers his way into the end zone. And it's 7-0 Owasso right off the bat with 3.5 to go in the first quarter. So that opening drive takes up 4.5 minutes, and the Rams put 7 on the board.
A really great drive by them overall. They were able to use a lot of different looks. They were able to use many different kids to go out there and run the ball, especially on that first drive. Now it's going to be up to Sand Springs to answer right back.
They are going to be tasked with matching the touchdown drive. So this is the Sand Springs Black team taking the field on offense for the first time today. Dason Flores is the quarterback. And he hands off, and Spencer trying the right side, but gets dumped about a yard shy of the line of scrimmage. Morgan came up on the tackle along with Reed Calloway, who was in the area. They give him forward progress to the 40, so no gain officially on the play. Second and 10. And a handoff trying the left side this time is Ryan Hale, and he's also met in the backfield as the tackle made by the blitzing Luke Bumbolski. So Sand Springs going backwards on this first drive. 3rd down and 14 now upcoming for the Sandites. These Owasso second graders emulating the Owasso high schoolers.
They're looking just like the Owasso Rams. I was a part of that game last night, and they're looking very similar.
3rd and 14. Keeper up the middle. Whoa. And Flores is slung down as he caught the arm of Jansen Morgan, and fourth down is coming up. Only a gain of a yard. 4th and 13 upcoming now for Sand Springs.
See if Sand Springs can convert on one of these fourth downs just like the Rams did to continue their drive.
You wonder if they put the ball in the air. They do not. Instead, it's a reverse, so a little bit of trickery, but Owasso is ready for it. And still up is Ryan Hale, but eventually he's brought down back near the original line of scrimmage, and it'll be turned back over to the Rams on downs.
A really great effort by Sand Springs right there to try to, they do the reverse, and then they release a couple of blocks and get out of a couple of blocks, just not able to get enough, and Owasso gets that ball right back.
So the Rams went down the field and scored 7 on their first drive, and before we can start the second drive, we've got a false start as somebody left a smidge early on the Owasso side. So now 1st and 15. Pitch to Morgan. Got a blocker out in front. Cuts upfield, and he gets the penalty yardage back and falls forward to the 38-yard line. He picks up 7 as he followed a block from Luke Bumbolski on that play, who pancaked his assignment. Second and 8. Now for the Rams. And after throwing the block, it's a handoff to Bumbolski. And he maneuvers his way inside the 35 down to the 34. 4 yards shy of the line to gain. He gets 4. Third down coming up. Under 10 seconds to go, and we'll see if Owasso elects to run one more play. They do. It's a quarterback sneak, and the quarterback's loose. And it is Nathan Kocheski into the end zone for the touchdown as the first quarter clock expires. "34 yards for the quarterback to make it 13-0.
A really great run right there. They get it right with 1 second left in this quarter. They get it all the way down, and just holes open up on that left side, and able to go all the way is the quarterback for the Rams, and that's another score by this Rams offense.
So we'll get one untimed down for the point after. Handoff going to Bumbolski, and he's into the end zone to make it 14-0. A dominant first quarter from Owasso as the Rams to have 2 drives and score 2 touchdowns. 14-0 lead for the Rams as the second quarter is coming up next here on YouTube. Stay with us.
Street shot, make it look easy. I'm flattering, cool, way too easy. Word on the street is I make it look easy. I'm actually smooth, it's far too easy. Word on the street is I make it look easy. Too easy.
Start of the second quarter from Sapulpa. 14-0 lead for Owasso after a couple of scoring drives in the first frame. And now Sand Springs gets it back, looking to cut the lead in half with a 7-point drive of its own. Alongside Dylan Hibbert, I'm Grayson Singleton. Appreciate all of you joining us here from Sapulpa on this Saturday morning. A little bit cooler of a Saturday morning as well, but all is good.
Doesn't feel like mid-November, though. It still have a little bit of heat out there.
Just a little bit. At some point, we got to get out of the 70s, right?
You would think so. I think over the next few days we're going to get a little bit colder, so we'll see if that continues. But I am no weatherman.
That's why we do this for a living. Hey, first down, and the handoff going to Maverick Spencer, and Spencer goes over the right side for a gain of 2. Tackle was made by Wyatt Adams, number 99, in the middle of the Ram defense. Second down and 8 after a pickup of a couple. Dason Flores, the quarterback, is in the shotgun as the officials helping Sand Springs get lined up. It's a handoff, trying the left side. Good run from Ryan Hale before he gets brought down after a gain of 2. Made a couple of men miss before he was wrapped up by Barrett Cobbs, and that brings up 3rd and 6.
Another big hit right there by the Rams. I'm just continuing to see big hit after big hit for these kids. It's just amazing to see at this level that they're able to take on that contact, and they're not shying away from it at all.
Not one bit. And at this age, you just want the opportunity to go legally hit somebody without mom putting you in timeout. Quarterback keeper, it's Flores, and he shakes away from one, still on his feet spinning, but can't get back to the line of scrimmage before Barrett Cobbs once again brings him down to set up 4th down and now 7. See what Sand Springs wants to dial up here, looking to move the chains. Flores keeps it up the gut, has some blocks, but then gets taken down at the 45. That's a really nice play by the Owasso defense to come up with the stop. Jansen Morgan able to twist down the quarterback, and it's back to the Rams with a 14-point lead.
And this Rams offense has looked really good in this first half, being able to run the ball, but when they need to on 4th down, they've aired it out a little bit. Kind of surprising at this age, and they've done it so well, so we're going to see if they can continue to go to that.
Yeah, Nathan Koszewski, the quarterback, is 2 for 2 with a touchdown pass. And the bad snap is fielded by Jansen Morgan, and he gets collapsed upon in the backfield for a loss of 3. That's great opportunistic defense there by a couple of Sand Springs defenders to make the stop. 2nd and 13. Owasso slowing things down just a little bit. And somebody came out of his stance a little bit early, so Owasso is going to be backed up 5 yards. So 2nd and 18 as the ball back on the Owasso side of the field at the 47. Koszewski under center. And the pitch trying the right side is Carter McDowell, and he gets swallowed up in the backfield. Lost another 5 on that play, and the tackle made by Ethan Elliott, who came up from his safety spot to make the stop.
Elliott really read that really well. They realized they were going to that pitch to the right side. He goes all the way up and gets that tackle for a big loss. Now you're in a 3rd and very long situation for the Rams.
3rd down and officially 22. And there goes Koszewski, the quarterback, and he gets through the first wave, and Koszewski's in a foot race. He's got Spencer chasing him, and Maverick Spencer is able to wrestle him down at the 20, and Koszewski's legs keep the drive alive for Owasso.
And, I mean, you really expect them to go for possibly a pass play when it's 3rd and 22, but they were able to get blocks down the field and use his legs, the quarterback, in Koszewski, and he really got a big first down, and now they're in the red zone looking to score once again.
Owasso has scored on both of its drives so far in the game. Koszewski under center, first down from the 20. And a whistle and a false start called against Owasso. So it's back to the 25 for 1st and 15. Handoff McDowell, weaving his way toward the 20 and down to the 22. Good tackle from Kaiser Dentis, along with Brody Rimmert. 2nd and 12 upcoming now for the Rams. Under 4 to play in the second quarter, 14-0 lead for Owasso in this 3rd and 4th place game from Sapulpa. Whoa, that play was blown up immediately. And good penetration from the Sandites. And Kaiser Dentis just screaming through to make the stop in the backfield back at the 25.
Dentis was having none of that right there. He goes right off the line, goes through the center, and just takes down the quarterback. He was having none of that.
So now 3rd down and 15 as Dentis came untouched through the line. Do we see another pass from Owasso here? And 3rd down and 15 is about to become 3rd down and 20 now for the Rams.
That Rams offensive line, they had the blow through by Dennis, and now they get a bit antsy trying to block him in a little bit of a false start. Now you're setting yourself back to a 3rd down and 20. Got to get some way all the way to the 10-yard line.
Yeah, you're trying to get them back for making you miss all those blocks, and you leave a little bit early. So 3rd and 20. The pitch. McDowell. Oh, it's a reverse as he hands it back off to Jansen Morgan, and there's nobody there. There's a flag thrown as Morgan gets ripped down inside the 10. And this one might be coming back, but
yeah, it looks like it is a holding on the offense. And after all of that, they're going to be going back another 10 yards.
I'm not going to lie. There was a lot of things. I have no idea what I thought I was going to see here today, but quarterbacks throwing, we've got a hurry-up offense, we got reverses, we've got people being popped left and right. I didn't expect to see this.
Hey, they're going out here. They're playing for trophies. They're going to leave it all out on the field. It should be their last game of the season, so they're going to leave it all out there.
They're leaving it all out, and so are the coaches. 3rd down and now 30 after the penalty. Coach Shevsky eludes the rush, and he launches deep but short, and it's intercepted as Sand Springs gets the takeaway. And on the interception, it is Colton Pfeiffer, number 9, who was dropping back at safety, and Sand Springs takes over with the score remaining 14-0.
Very big interception right there by Pfizer. He realizes they were going to the pass. There was 3 guys around the Rams receiver and able to bring it in. And now Sand Springs has a chance with 2 minutes left to get a score on the board before the half.
So Pfeiffer with the interception. He's got a couple of tackles as well. 1st and 10 for Sand Springs. And the keeper from Flores, and look at him go. There goes Flores after the play action, and nobody's going to catch him. Dason Flores into the end zone for the touchdown.
They were on the triple option right there. It looks like they might go reverse, but he keeps it for himself, and there's a wide open hole right up the middle. He goes all the way for 60 yards on that play. What a big-time run.
How about executing the couple of play fakes and the hole just opened up? You probably could have ran about 5 of him through that hole for the touchdown. So now Sand Springs has a chance to move even closer with the extra point. The Sandites take advantage of the interception and cash it in for at least 6 for the moment. Handoff trying the left side is Ryan Hale, but he won't get there as the conversion fails. That's well done by the Owasso defense, but Sand Springs gets the turnover and gets a touchdown, 14-6, with just under a minute 40 to go in the first half. Owasso will come back for drive number 4 looking to put points on the board.
And Sand Springs will get the ball, so if their defense can come up big and get a stop here and not allow the Rams to score, they can come into the second half with a chance to possibly make this a one-point game.
Absolutely. And Krzyzewski in trouble in the backfield. And he loses a couple. So Sand Springs defense starting to sink its teeth in as Kaiser Dentis once again makes the stop. That's his second tackle for loss in the game today. 2nd and 12 after the loss of 2. Morgan crosses the 40, ripped down at the 42. Hale made the stop. 3rd down and about 8 upcoming, and before that we get a timeout with 59 seconds taken by Sand Springs. So the Sandites want a chance to put more points on the board before halftime.
It wasn't even a timeout by the Rams. It's by the Sandites. They believe if they can get a stop right here, they'll call another timeout and possibly have another chance to get one of those big runs before the half.
So just a shade under a minute to go. Owasso's going to have 3rd down and 8. Sand Springs trying to give itself an opportunity to get the football back. The amount of detail that these second graders are operating with is rather impressive.
Yeah, they're using reverses. They're going to the pass plays, and they just know what they're doing. It's really amazing to see at such a young age.
So here we go, 3rd down out of the timeout. Krzyzewski to the left and ripped down at the line of scrimmage. Chased down from behind as a quick timeout is called. It was Ryan Giddens who made the stop to set up 4th down and 8. And Sand Springs stops the clock once again. Couple of timeouts burned by the Sandites. .53 seconds to go before half. Not sure which teams we'll have for our finale of this triple header. We have seen teams make their way to the field. Not really sure who they are, but we will give that information to you when we can. But here we go, 4th down and 8. Shotgun snap to Krzyzewski, and maybe a broken play as the direct snap went to Morgan, and Morgan was stopped shy of the line to gain. So Sand Springs does in fact get the stop, and with 49 seconds to go, gets the ball back.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. It looked like maybe they were confused on when the ball was snapped, but it helped Sand Springs out, and they still have a timeout here with 40 seconds left.
Here we go, shotgun snap. And Flores on another keeper, and this time Owasso's ready for it. Sand Springs looking to go quickly, no gain on that 1st down play. 2nd and 10, under 30 seconds to play. Handoff, Karn. Ooh, big stiff arm. And Karn takes it upfield. And another stiff arm, and Karn's got a 1st down.
Goodness gracious.
Hale, pardon me. Excuse me, Ryan Hale.
Hale, just 2 big stiff arms right there to continue the drive, and now a 1st down. You got 10 seconds left. We're going to see if they can get one more play off right here.
Well, here we go. Handoff, Maverick Spencer. Looking for a hole, doesn't get one, and he's bottled up in the backfield. And that'll do it for the first half, and an entertaining one at that as Sand Springs scores in the second quarter to make it a one-possession, or really a two-possession game, 14-6. Halftime here at Sapulpa, and we'll be back for the second half here on the Indian Nations Football Conference YouTube at the Indian Nations Football League Championships from Sapulpa.
You made the nice list, kid.
Thank you, Santa.
Paige.
In the flesh.
Rookie of the Year. Nice list. Swishmas came early this year.
Santa.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Bryson kept you cool. Very nice.
Yes! Santa.
CeeDee Lamb breaking those DB's ankles is not very nice, but those routes sure are. Maybe next year, Mr. Green.
Again?
For everyone on your nice list.
Ready to start the second half between Sand Springs and Owasso as the Rams scored the first 2 touchdowns to go up 14-0, but Sand Springs came back after an interception and got on the board to make it a 14-6 game. Third and fourth place game in the second grade division of the Indian Nations Football League here from Sapulpa, as we are ready to get started in quarter number 3. Alongside Dylan Hibbard, I'm Grayson Singleton. Glad you guys are all with us watching here this morning. As it's a handoff to Maverick Spencer around the right side, and he keeps the legs churning, running through about 2 or 3 Rams, and he gets 4 to begin the third quarter.
I got to admit, Maverick is a really cool name for a little guy like that, especially as a football player. He's going to be, I feel like, a football player for years to come with that name.
Yeah, we could probably be seeing these, some of these teams intersect with our teams that we cover on the west side in, 7-8 years or so. We might be calling these names once again. 2nd and 6. Ryan Hale on the sweep to the left, and he gets brought down in the backfield. That was covered up by Graham Davis. Back at the original line of scrimmage to bring up 3rd down and 10, loss of 4. Minute gone by in the third quarter. And Sand Springs moved a little bit early. So 3rd down and 15 now for the Sandites.
That looked like it was about the whole offensive line moving just a little bit early before that ball got sent. Now you're setting yourself back to a much harder 4th or 3rd down and 15.
We have not seen a throw yet from Sand Springs. We've seen a couple from Owasso in the first half. Fake the give a couple of times, and there goes Flores, and there goes the QB once again. Dayton Flores past everybody, and he will score. 3rd down and 15, it doesn't matter when you can go 65 yards to the house.
Once again, the same play that got him the touchdown in the first half, one of those triple options. They fake the reverse, and he just keeps it for himself, goes up the middle with the wide open hole, goes 65 yards for the touchdown.
So now Sand Springs looks to cut it to 1. A 3-play drive that takes a minute 59 off the clock to begin the third quarter. Flores in the gun. Drops back to throw. Launches one into the end zone and is knocked away from Maverick Spencer by Luke Bumbolski. And the score remains Owasso 14 and Sand Springs 12 as the Rams come back on offense once again. So the Rams take over from their own 40.
Now we're at the point of the game where a touchdown will win either one of these teams. It's going to be who can limit those penalties, those false starts like we've been seeing, and get those timely stops on 4th down to give your offense a chance.
So here we go, 2-point lead for Owasso. And a handoff over the middle and only a yard for Carter McDowell. Play made by Bear Dennis as well as Brody Rimmert. Second and 9 now for the Rams. And it's Koshesky that keeps it through the middle, and he's got a first down up to midfield.
That quarterback sneak's really been working well for the Rams. Every time they've run it, it seems like they get enough for the first down every single time, and they're going to continue to do it until the Sandites can stop it.
Why not keep running it at that point? And right up the middle go the Rams once again. As Krzyzewski kept it once again, and this time only got about a yard, maybe two, to bring up second down. Krzyzewski back under center on 2nd and 8. The pitch out to the right side. McDowell with a couple of spins, still on his feet and pulled down at the 45 as he got 2. Worked hard for those 2 yards as well. And third down upcoming. Third and 7 as they give McDowell about a yard. Midway point of the third quarter, and Sand Springs came across early.
Yeah, that's a big-time flag by the Sand Springs Sandites. You had a third down and long situation almost, but now you're going to set them up with a third down and about 2.
Certainly changes the calculus for Owasso on this third down. And a fumbled snap. Krzyzewski picks it up and tries to make something out of it, and he gets wrestled down at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Here comes fourth down, and a chance for Sand Springs to get off the field and give itself a chance to take the lead.
Yeah, this is a very big fourth down, the biggest play of the game coming right here.
And we're ready to go. 4th and 2. Krzyzewski's got it. Over the left side, turns the corner, first down for the QB. Down to the 36-yard line. He's got a new set of downs for Owasso before Nolan Baker brought him down. Inside, 3 to go. End around. Haven't seen this today. And here comes Baker, and he's finally tackled down. Got about 2. That tackle on the previous play, by the way, was made by Dalton Delacerda. Pardon me. 2nd down and 8 upcoming for Owasso. Krzyzewski, hands off. This is Bumbolski around the left side, pulled down at the line of scrimmage. Well defended by Sand Springs, and that's Ryan Hale who makes the stop. Third down upcoming as we are under 2 to go, in the third quarter.
The Sandites defense has really looked a lot better coming out of this second half. And really, besides those 2 drives they've given up the big points on, they've looked really well. They've been able to stop the running game. It's just going to be, can they get those big stops on the fourth down when you need it most?
Well, they've got Owasso in 3rd down and 8 right now. Krzyzewski keeps it. 2 men chasing him, and he's knocked out of bounds at the 30 as the final blow was delivered by Maverick Spencer to knock him out of bounds 4 yards shy of the line to gain, and fourth down is upcoming.
Sand Springs needs another fourth down stop. They had a 4th down and 2, not able to get the one here. Now you're in a much better situation where it's a 4th down and 4. Have a chance to get your offense back out on that field.
Owasso breaks the huddle, and here comes 4th and 4. Handoff to Brumbolski, and he won't get it. Sand Springs comes up with the stop.
Big time stop. That's exactly what they needed. Now they're going to get the ball with 36 seconds left, about one play before the fourth quarter, and a chance to take the lead for the first time in this game.
The stop was made by Bear Dentis at the 32-yard line. So now here comes Sand Springs with its first opportunity to take the lead today. Flores keeps it once again and gets popped at the 34. Got about two before he was hit by Wyatt Adams. And we got a player down, and that'll take us to the end of the third quarter. We'll go to the fourth after this here on the Indian Nations Football Conference Network.
Street side make it look easy. I'm flattering, cool, way too easy. Word on the street is I make it look easy. I'm actually smooth, it's far too easy. Word on the street is I make it look easy. Too easy.
Second down and 8 for Sand Springs to start quarter number 4 on the INF Conference Network here on YouTube. Glad you guys are all joining us for the championships in the league. Sand Springs down by 2, looking to take the lead. This is Ryan Hale keeping the legs churning, and he fumbled the football, but he's whistled down. But his teammate Maverick Spencer falls on it to recover the possession. Third down upcoming. Sorry, Dylan.
No, that's a really big play by Spencer. If he doesn't fall on that, the Rams will get the ball inside the 35-yard line. Now, if you're Sand Springs, you have a chance to continue this drive and put points up on the board.
Third down and 6 for Sand Springs. That's Dylan Hibbert. I'm Grayson Singleton. Flores in the gun and a lot of movement. And who will the officials get here? It's going to be an offside against Owasso. So third down and 6 just became third down and 3 feet.
Doing some hard counts and trying to get some kids offside at the second grade level just feels wrong at some point. But, I mean, it's working. Now you're at a third down and short now. They're going to continue to do it if you continue to get those kids to jump off sides.
Here we go. Third down and a yard. And the handoff is bobbled, and Flores has to fall on it to save it. So now it's going to be fourth down, and we'll call it about 4.
That offsides kind of cancels out now with the fumble on the Sandites. Now you're at a fourth down and 4. You got to get this one because it feels like Owasso might have a chance to nail this one in the coffin if they get that ball back.
Yeah, got to convert here if you're Sand Springs. Flores takes it up the middle, banged off one tackler, but did not get to the line to gain. Dropped a yard shy of it. And it's turned back over to Owasso on downs.
Yeah, it looks like he tried to dive to the first down about a yard short, and now it's going to be up to that defense. You got to get a big-time stop on this drive to allow yourself. You got 6 minutes still in this game with that clock continuing to tick on down.
One more game coming up at 1 o'clock that we will be here for. Under 6 to go in this one as Owasso slowing things down with the 2-point lead. Hot snap, and Koszewski picks it up and then gets met in the backfield. Nice job stopping the run by Ryan Hale. loses about 3 to make it 2nd and 13. That's a good start for the Sandite defense.
Really a tale of two halves. In the first half, it felt like both offenses just couldn't be stopped, and now in this second half and fourth quarter, both of these defenses have really stepped up.
We got 3 touchdowns in the first half to that point. Only 1 scored in the second half. That one on the long touchdown run by the quarterback, Dason Flores, for Sand Springs. 2nd and 13. Koshesky, or rather, it's Morgan who was under center. And Jansen Morgan carries it inside the 40 to the 37. Clock continuing to move, approaching 4.5 to go in the fourth, but 3rd down and about 6 upcoming now for Owasso. Koshesky is in the gun. Keeping it over the left side. Got a couple of blocks. Makes one man miss. And he powers forward to the 30, and he's got the first down. Koshesky on a great individual effort keeps the drive alive.
Amazing run. It looks like we also have a Sandite down as well. Hopefully he is okay as he gets attended to. But really a great run, makes multiple Sandites miss, gets that first down, and allows this drive to continue.
We'll step aside while they tend to the injured Sandite.
Thank you, Santa.
Paige,
In the flesh.
Rookie of the Year. Hope you win it again next
They
year.
only give it to rookies.
Santa believes in you. Jingle Jam. Swish Miss came early this year.
The injured player able to make it off the field under his own power, so hopefully we'll see him back in here momentarily. But 1st down and 10 for Owasso now, as the Rams trying to salt this one away and win the final game of the season. Koshesky in the gun, and he's got a bleed block, but he spins away from trouble in the backfield, now finally taken down in the backfield, a loss of 2. It's a way to stay with it from Ethan Elliott, who made the tackle.
If Koleski is this hard tackling at 7 years old, imagine the size and when he gets to high school, how good he's going to be. He's going to be a player to watch.
3 minutes to play in this one. Second down and 12. Koshesky, or actually Morgan, they put Morgan under center, and Jansen Morgan plows inside the 30 to the 28. So he picked up 4 to make it 3rd down and 8 now for the Rams. Or rather, 4th down and 8. Handoff, and sweeping around the left side is Bumbolski, and he gets wrestled down hard as Ryan Hale made the stop. And now we have another injured player, this time for Owasso. And while they tend to him, we'll take a break here. We'll be back in 15 seconds as the ball is turned over on downs, back to the Sandites.
Street side make it look easy. I'm flattering, cool, way too easy. Word on the street is I make it look easy. I'm actually smooth, it's far too easy. Word on the street is I make it look easy. Too easy.
So here we go. It is now. So now they're saying it's 4th down. So we had it right initially.
Yes.
We saw they had 4th down on the chain marker,
yes.
but it is 4th down now.
Now this is the biggest play of the game for the Sandites. We had a 3rd down, Nate. They need to get another stop under 2 minutes. They still have all 3 timeouts as well for the offensive end. If they get a stop, they have a chance to run down the field and win this game.
Yeah, and there's still over a minute 50 to go, so certainly an opportunity to do so. Got to get this one stop here on 4th and 8. The pitch, and running to the right and not getting there is Carter McDowell, and the stop is made. And with a minute 51 to go, Sand Springs has one more opportunity to take the lead.
And be ready for that triple option, the fake reverse, and the quarterback keeping it for himself up the middle. That's been their go-to play for both of their touchdowns. Get ready to see it on this drive and then possibly do it once again.
So here we go. Sand Springs has 3 timeouts to work with. This is a handoff. Sweeping around the left side is Hale, and he sweeps a tackler away from him and gets out of bounds after a gain of about 7. There's a minute 30 on the clock. They started the clock a little bit before the snap. So 2nd down and 7 upcoming now for Sand Springs. Or 2nd down and 3, pardon me.
And that's big by him getting out of bounds. That stops the clock where you don't have to use the timeout.
Incredible football intelligence there. This is a reverse to Spencer, and Owasso is ready for it. And can they keep him away from the marker as Spencer's still churning? He's got the 1st down. What a run by number 19.
Yeah, Spencer just using all of his might to get there. Then a couple of his teammates come in on the backside to push him over to get that 1st down, and they're chugging along with a minute 20.
So now the clock stops after the chains get reset. Flores keeps it. And he's up to the 40. And the Rams make the stop. There's a trio of them there. And a timeout called. The first one used by Sand Springs with 60 seconds on the dot remaining. After a gain of 2, 2nd down and 8. Now upcoming for the Sandites, looking to go win it on this drive.
Yeah, this is a game-winning drive. We're having very close football here Saturday morning. It's going to be a big drive by the Sand Springs Sandites. They got still a minute left and 2 timeouts. They just need one of those big runs where maybe they get 20, 30 yards, and they're going to be set up to possibly win this one.
Well, the first 14 points of the game were scored by Owasso. Sand Springs got a touchdown late in the first half to make it 14-6, and then added one in the third. So 12 unanswered for Sand Springs after 14 in a row to Owasso to begin the game. 2nd down and 8 with a minute to go, and a flag down.
Looks like they'll call false start on the Sandites.
That is indeed the call, so now 2nd down and 13 for Sand Springs. Flores keeps it. Advancing up the middle, and he lost the football. It was stripped by Owasso, and the Rams have it. Oh, what a play by the Owasso defense to force the turnover, and that should do it.
Really big turnover right there. Great tackling by the Rams to be able to force that ball out, and they're going to win this one. They're going to walk away with the 14-12 victory, and the big difference, Sand Springs couldn't convert on their extra points, and that's the difference in this ball game.
Wow, what a turn of events and what a stop by the future Owasso Rams. And the Rams take a knee as Jansen Morgan takes the knee, and the Rams celebrate as they will end the season with a victory, 14-12 over Sand Springs. As we'll leave it here for the presentation so you guys can all see that of presentation of trophies as Owasso takes the 3rd and 4th place game. Again, we'll have one more game coming up for you to conclude our triple header. That's about to start at 1 o'clock. So we'll let you see the proceedings from here, and we'll be back with you in just a moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? At this time, we'd like to present the Challenger Tournament runner-up Sand Springs Black Team. Presentation of individual awards. Casey Pearson. Ruby Rimmer. Ryan Hale. Colton Pfeiffer. Gage Horton. Ryan Giddens. Jason Flores. Ethan Elliott. Maverick Spencer. And Bear Dentis. Now for the presentation of the runner-up flag. Sand Springs flag. And now the individual awards for the Challenger Tournament champion Alaska Black team. Number Susan Styles. Nathan Krzyzewski. Jansen Morgan. Luke Bobulski. Carter McDowell. Graham Davis. Reed Calloway. Barrett Cobbs. Nolan Baker. Bennett White. Case Hammond. Wyatt Adams. Another presentation of the Challenger Championship Trophy to this year's Challenger Tournament champion Alaska Black. Congratulations to Alaska Black. The Champions Tournament final between TYAA Red and Jinx White will begin shortly. Take off the schedule for 1 p.m.
So there you go. Owasso defeats Sand Springs 14-12 to win the third, fourth place game. We've got one more game coming up for you at 1 o'clock, as you just heard. 20 minutes from now, We're going to go to a separate stream. It'll say Sapulpa Game 3 at 1 o'clock p.m. That is where we will be for the final game of today. Hope you join us for that one. If not, we thank you for watching. I'm Grayson Singleton and Dylan Hibbard on the call with me from Sapulpa saying so long and have a good weekend, everybody.